Hey everyone, welcome to the object lesson of the day. I'm Noe, and today we're going to do a fun science experiment that you can do at home. Have you ever seen a lava lamp? They're pretty cool. They're bright, they're colorful, and they're full of movement, as you can see right here. Today, we're going to make our own lava lamp using things that you can find in your kitchen and in your house. And while we're at it, we're also going to learn about God's light and how we can be God's light in a dark world. So here we go with our science experiment. All right, for this experiment, you just need a few things. You need a glass jar, or you can use just a clear cup, whatever you have at your home, just as long as it's clear so you can see this lava lamp. And you're also gonna need some water. I've already went ahead and put some water in here. You'll probably fill it up a little bit less than halfway, about a third of the way up with water. You're also gonna need some cooking oil, vegetable oil is what I'm using right here. And you wanna make your lava lamp colorful. So get some food coloring. The liquid food coloring is great. I've got blue. Blue is my favorite color, so we're gonna make a blue lava lamp today. And then you're gonna need a pack of Alka-Seltzer. And this is what's gonna make your lava lamp really go fun and go crazy. So just 4 simple ingredients, or really 5 if you got the jar or the cup, you got some water, you got some oil, you got food coloring, and you got your Alka-Seltzer. So let's get to it. All right, so like I mentioned a few moments ago, we've got our jar, we've got our clear cup, whatever you have at home, and I filled it up to about 1/3 up the way with water. And so now you're gonna get your vegetable oil and you're gonna fill it up. Just try to be careful and try not to spill it. And as you can see, the water and the oil are not mixing together. That's because water is more dense than oil, so the water goes down and the oil goes towards the top. And so we're actually gonna use the whole bottle. Wow, this is a pretty big jar right here. So this is gonna be a pretty big lava lamp right here. But as you can see, the oil is starting to separate right there. All right, and then once you you see a clear, like we have right here, we've got the water, you can clearly see it. It's not really too mixed in with the oil. We're gonna go ahead and put in our drops of food coloring. And again, you can choose whichever food coloring that you want. I'm choosing blue because that's my favorite color. And we're gonna see what happens when we put in this food coloring. I'm gonna put in a few drops and you're gonna see they start to go down. I want this to be really blue, so I'm gonna put in a lot of food coloring. It's starting to sink. And again, the food coloring is more dense than the oil and is also more dense than the water because it is literally going all the way down to the bottom. I'm gonna add a lot more food coloring. This is gonna be a pretty blue colored, maybe not as blue as this one right here, but it's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so we've got our food coloring, we've got our oil, we've got our water. You can see this is turning into a very, very blue lava lamp. And now this is what's gonna activate. This is what's gonna make your lava lamp go, just like this one. So you're gonna get your Alka-Seltzer. And you don't wanna put it in the whole tablet. You wanna break it up into small pieces. So I'm gonna break it up into a few pieces, maybe 1/3 or 4/4, whatever. And I may get another one because we may wanna do it again. But I've got my pieces, and then what you're gonna do once you break your pieces is just go ahead and drop it and watch what happens. So it's gonna activate with the water, and you're gonna see it start to bubble up. I'm gonna add a few more pieces to make it look really cool. And you can see it is starting to bubble up, and you see the blue starting to lift. I'm gonna add some more up here. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to get some action right here. So this is pretty cool. You're seeing it up there bubbling up. You see the blue coming up towards the top of the surface and then sinking back down, just like this lava lamp. And again, you can do this for as many times as you want. If you want it to go really crazy, you can add more Alka-Seltzer on there. You may hear a little sizzle sound there too. Get the sound effects, but there you go. Look at that. That's pretty cool right there. So we've got our own lava lamp. Wow, that was pretty awesome, right? This lava lamp is full of color of movement, as you just saw. And it stands out in the dark. If you want to add a little flashlight to it and everything and turn off the lights, you could do that also. But the Bible tells us that we're supposed to stand out too, not with glowing bubbles, but with the light of Jesus. Here are some verses that reminds us of this. Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. John 1:5. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Philippians 2:15, shine among them like stars in the sky. So just like the bubbles that we saw rise up and shine through the oil, our words and actions can shine through the world around us. When we forgive, when we encourage, and when we share Jesus' love with others, we become like little lava lamps glowing in a dark world. So today we learned a fun science experiment with oil, water, and fizzling bubbles, as you can see again. I put in the rest of my little Alka-Seltzer I had left over. And we discovered how God's Word tells us to shine bright too. So next time you see a light, or even play with your lava lamp that you made or a lava lamp that you have, remember that you can shine for Jesus everywhere you go. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget, you're bright, you're special, and you're made to shine. See you next time.